Hey guys, Derek with Dependable Painting and Remodeling, back with another video in our series of what does it cost? The goal of these is to educate you. If you're anything like me, I do a lot of home improvement projects. My wife does a lot of home improvement projects, and we need a starting point of what does it cost? So I want to share a little bit of what's going on in my mind when I show up to estimate a deck staining job. So, when it comes to deck staining, we basically separate it into two categories. One is solid stain, which looks like paint and it's a durable option, but it looks like paint. The other option is a semi transparent stain, and we actually make in house the best penetrating oil I've ever seen. So, on a side note, we're super excited to offer that to our customers. Unfortunately, you just can't get good penetrating oil commercially. If we could, I would gladly do it. We have a small manufacturer that makes it custom for us, and it just lasts literally 3 times as long. It'll go 5 years, no problem. It's not film forming, it's just a great product. So, when we come to estimate a deck, first and foremost, like everything else, we're looking at the size, right? How long is it going to take us to do? Next, we're looking at the condition. So, is there any wood that needs to be repaired? Which we certainly can add value and do that relatively inexpensive since we're already there. We don't need to bring in a standalone carpenter. And what is the condition of the wood when it comes to coating? So, has it been stained before? If so, what has it been done with? Because if it's been done with solid, the cost of trying to strip and sand all that off is just astronomical and not worth it. It's better to prep it and do it with a solid. If it's been done in most commercially available semi-transparents, then usually we can prep it and convert it to our penetrating oil, which is a great option. So it just boils down to prep, size, which coordinates to time, and then also how much material is it going to take. Most decks, if they have not been stained before and they're not older than about a year, they don't need to be pressure washed. We will certainly clean it off prior to staining it, but if we're using penetrating oil, it's not film forming, so there's no need to pressure wash it, which certainly wears the wood. Even done professionally, it adds a little bit of wear and tear to the wood. So if the deck is new and it can be avoided, that's great. Your typical decks are all close to the same size. If they're built by a builder, they're usually about 10 by 12 or 16 by 10, relatively close to the same size. If they're new and they have not been stained before, we typically can do those in our penetrating oil somewhere between $900 and $1,800. Again, depending on the size and what are the little nuances that we have to deal with. If they've been previously stained and they need to be pressure washed, typically that just adds a couple $100, and that's really because we have to go out there a day in advance, get it done, let it dry, and then come back and do the deck. For bigger decks, if they have overhangs or porches or enclosures, they can get up there a little bit more expensive, but generally speaking, all of that type of work is going to be under $2,500. And the decks we do in penetrating oil will give you unbelievable value for the money, not just in how long they last and the wear and tear on them and not film forming, which means the coating will never fail, which means later on, when you call us back in 5 years, there is no expensive prep work. We can just put another coat on it and send you on your way. I hope that helps give you a little bit of how much does a deck stain and seal cost. If you need anything, we're super accessible. Please reach out to me, 470-322-7107. I'm happy to discuss your project, and usually with a couple of questions and a picture or two, I can get you an idea on what it's going to cost to do it correctly.